I accidentally became a criminal without even realizing I broke the law. It started with helping my elderly neighbor Mrs. Liang carry groceries. She was 78, lived alone, and always struggled with heavy bags. "Just set them on the kitchen counter, dear," she'd say every Tuesday after I drove her to the store. This went on for months. I had her spare key for emergencies, knew her routine, helped with bills when her arthritis flared up. She treated me like the granddaughter she never had. We'd drink tea together afterward, and she'd tell me stories about her late husband and show me old photo albums. Mrs. Liang was incredibly particular about her schedule. Tuesday groceries at exactly 10 a.m., Wednesday bingo at the community center, Friday doctor appointments. She never deviated, ever. Then one Tuesday, she wasn't home when I arrived with groceries. Her car was gone, which was weird because she hated driving and usually called me for rides everywhere. I used my key, put the food away, and left a note asking if she was okay. Wednesday came. Still no Mrs. Liang. Her bingo friends called me asking where she was. Apparently, I was the emergency contact on all her forms. By Friday, I was worried sick. I let myself in to check on things, watered her dying plants, brought in her mail. The house felt eerily abandoned. Her morning coffee cup was still in the sink, exactly where she'd left it days ago. That's when I found the note on her kitchen table. Amy had to move to assisted living. Suddenly, family emergency. Thank you for everything. But something felt completely wrong. Mrs. Liang would never leave without saying goodbye. We'd talked about this exact scenario, and she'd made me promise to help her pack if she ever had to move. And why was her purse still here? Her daily medications sitting untouched on the counter. Her beloved cat, Mr. Whiskers, crying pitifully by his empty food bowl. I couldn't just abandon the place. I kept checking on the house every few days, maintaining it like she'd want, mowing the lawn, collecting packages, keeping up appearances. I even kept feeding Mr. Whiskers because no one else was there to do it. The mail kept piling up. Medical bills, insurance statements, social security checks. I organized everything neatly on her dining room table, the way she liked it. I watered her prized orchids that she'd spent years cultivating. I even cleaned her gutters when they started overflowing after a storm. Neighbors would wave and chat with me while I worked in her garden. "So sweet of you to help Mrs. Liang while she's visiting family," they'd say. I'd just nod and smile, not wanting to worry them with my growing suspicions that something was terribly wrong. 2 weeks turned into 3. The house started showing signs of neglect despite my efforts. That particular smell of a home where no one actually lives. I began spending more time there, almost like I was house sitting, making sure everything stayed exactly how Mrs. Liang would want it for when she returned. I even started bringing her mail inside and sorting it by importance. I paid her electric bill when the shutoff notice arrived, using the cash she kept in her kitchen drawer for emergencies. I figured she'd pay me back when she got home. 3 weeks later, police cars surrounded me as I watered her garden. "Ma'am, you're under arrest for breaking and entering and theft." Turns out Mrs. Liang had died of a stroke the day she disappeared. Her nephew from Seattle had been trying to secure the property when neighbors reported a suspicious woman repeatedly entering the house with keys, taking mail, and removing items. The note I found? Mrs. Liang had written it weeks earlier for a different situation, and I'd completely misunderstood. The nephew pressed charges before learning the truth. I spent 6 hours in jail before Mrs. Liang's lawyer showed up with documentation proving she'd given me permission for everything, including a will that left me her house. Apparently, I wasn't a criminal. I was an inheritor.